Hello everyone and welcome to another beer review here from the Czech Republic. Thank you very much for joining. This time it actually is a beer review again after my little coffee experiment earlier on today. So it's Monday evening and first day of the week is done, which is always great feeling, knowing that there's only 4 more working days to go until the next weekend. And yeah, after a long day, getting up early in the morning to do the school run without having coffee in the morning, and then just kind of working through the day, I am ready for a cold and fresh beer. And today I'm going to have a beer from the Platan Brewery, and I'm going to have their Desitka, which is their 10 degrees pale draft beer with 4% alcohol content, which I think is great on a Monday evening. When you still have a long week ahead of you. I personally don't like to have too strong beers. I prefer something that is light and easy to drink as a refreshment, because again today we had about 31 degrees, and we're kind of getting to the middle of September, which is, I don't want to say unusual, but it's also not something that I would have had expected this year, because in the last couple of weeks of August it was relatively cold, with kind of 15-20 degrees, which then it's too cold. But now we had again 31 degrees, which is not something that I would have had expected. So it's nice to have a cold and fresh beer to kind of calm you down, refresh you, and of course, let you settle in to the evening and relax a little bit. Platan, the brewery is from a town called Protivin, which is in the South Bohemia region of the Czech Republic, in the Písek area. So the region is, the administrative region is the South Bohemian region, and then the area, it's the kind of the Písek area of the Czech Republic, and it's a beautiful part of the country. Very, very nice, landscape, nature, really good for kind of hiking if you're into that. But in general, the South Bohemia region is a very nice place to visit. And, Platan, they are part of the Lobkowicz group of breweries. They have several different beers. They have their Desitka, and then they have the Platan 11, which is their 11 degrees pale lager. They have a 12 degrees pale lager as well, and then they also have a kind of amber colored beer called Platan. Not Platan, Granat. I'm sorry, Platan Granat. The name of the brewery, Platan, it actually derives from the platanus tree, from the plane tree. When you go to the brewery, there is a little bit of an alley that you walk along, and on both sides you have the plane trees, or the platanus trees, which is where the name of the brewery derives from. And it's a nice setting. As you kind of go towards the brewery, you have these alleys, tree alleys, which is a very, very nice setting. And at the brewery, if you ever visit the area, maybe stop at the brewery, because they have a shop there as well, where you can get their beers first of all, but then also merchandise like glasses and t-shirts and bottle openers and so on, if you are into that kind of thing, collecting the glasses and different brewery merchandise. But let's not waste too much time. Platan Desitka, 10 degrees pale draft beer with 4% alcohol content. What I'm really looking for again, in a 10 degrees beer is most of all the refreshment part, hopefully combined with some beer notes, either a kind of hop aroma or a maltiness or a light hop bitterness. So I'm really curious about what this beer is going to have in store for me, apart from the refreshment part that I'm really looking for in such light beer in a 10 degrees pale draft beer. So let's give this a go. Oh, a bit lively. Yeah, it's a little maltiness coming from the can. Not overwhelming, but there's slight maltiness there. Using a Tübinger style beer glass, my absolute favorite. Doesn't get any better than this. Of course, I was spilling a little bit, but that's okay. Yeah. Very nice first impression. I really like it. It's a nice golden color and a really nice thick foamy head, which is something unusual. Or not unusual, I don't want to say unusual, but it's not something that you always get with these 10 degree beers. So I really like the head on it. It's quite nice. It's slowly fading, but again, the 10 degree beers, they don't tend to hold their foamy heads for too long. But overall, it stays for a little bit. Quite a nice impression. I like it. It looks inviting, which is also important in a beer. Nasavi. It's not bad. It's actually really good. I really like it. When I look at 10 degree beers, I don't always have great expectations, particularly when it's from an industrial brewery. My main expectation is really that refreshment part, and I got this from this one. It's very easy to drink, something that I really appreciate. It's not heavy. It's just really, really easy to drink. Liquid, it just goes down extremely easily. But I did get a little bit of maltiness, and I got that scent already from the can. Part with a little bit of hop bitterness in the finish, but it's a very, very light bitterness. The main part that really stands out for me is the maltiness, and when I say stands out, I don't mean this in a bad way. It's very nicely balanced into the beer, but it's present, and that's something that I really like. It's not overwhelming, it's there, it's present, but it's balanced, and that's really, really nice. Paired with a slight hop bitterness coming through at the end. Overall, I think this is a really, really nice 10 degrees pale draft beer, the way I expect a pale draft beer from an industrial brewery to be. Really, really great stuff. And again, for Monday evening, it's easy to drink, it's a light refreshment, and with 4% alcohol content, you really can't go wrong. And unless you have, I don't know, 10, 15 of them, you're not going to feel the impact the next day. If you have to get up again Tuesday early morning, particularly when you're driving early, you don't want to have rest alcohol in your body, because again, here in the Czech Republic, it's, zero tolerance on drink driving. So with a kind of 4% alcohol content, you're really on the safe side. So I really think this is absolutely fantastic, and it really has done the job that I wanted it to do this evening. Perfect. Really nice. Really nice. And the balance is just so great. Again, that maltiness is coming through, but it's balanced. And then a slight hop bitterness at the end. Again, nothing too strong, a light hop bitterness, something I really appreciate. So really, really well done. Something that I can absolutely recommend. Now, with regards to availability in the Czech Republic, now at least here in the Bohemian part of the country, you will find this in most supermarkets, either in the can or in the bottle. From a pricing point of view, now for a 10-degree beer, Platan is slightly more expensive than the others would be, but by only 1 or 2 crowns. But it is a little bit higher than, for example, the Gambrinus 10 or the Budvar 10. But you also get quality. I really feel the quality here. I think, even though it is part of an industrial group of breweries, there is, there is quality here. Something that I really like, and it's worth paying the extra 1 or 2, let it be 3 crowns, because you're really getting quality. And that's really something that I'm looking for in a beer, when I'm having a kind of 10-degree beers or whatever, the refreshment part, the quality part, and of course the little bit of beer notes, and in this one it was the maltiness and the slight hop bitterness. So overall, I think it's great, and I can definitely recommend it. Absolutely perfect. If you have had Platan before, let me know in the comments what you thought. Subscribe to my channel for more beer reviews here from the Czech Republic, and I really hope I will see you again in the next video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a great evening. Bye bye.